Okay guys, sorry again. My little brother was climbing on his playset and he almost fell off, so I had to go get him. Here's the Whopper Plopper. These hooks, I changed them out. These hooks are so sharp. I forgot what they are though, but these are amazing hooks. An amazing lure in general. So that's my first Whopper Plopper I ever bought. And then here's my second. I had to replace a hook on this because the O-ring right here, it broke off, so the action isn't as good as it should be because I took the hook off because it came off and I had to change O-rings and stuff. So yeah, done with this box then too. On to the next. Got some crankbaits in here. This right here is probably one of my favorite crankbaits. Right here. I got that a couple months ago at a fishing tournament. And then this right here. I think this thing was $4.75 at Dick's Sporting Goods about 3 months ago when I got this. I bought a couple of these since then, but they just broke off, and this is the first one I got. So, yeah, I like this lure too. I don't really use this crank too often. It dives way too deep. It doesn't say on the bottom how deep it dives, but I think it dives like 14 to 16 feet, and the ponds around here don't get deeper than like 10 feet. So, yeah, that's a little out of the question. I don't really use too many crankbaits, so I'm not going to do too long of a review on these, but here's some break bodies, and then just some deep divings. These right here, this is my best crankbait, I think. Actually, I forgot if this is a crankbait or if it's a jerkbait. So, yeah. Done with this box. Okay. And here I've got some jerk baits and some crank baits. And then I'm not really sure about this lure right here because I found it down at a local pond in Indiana. This one works good for like 5 feet right over the weed lines and stuff. If it's deep enough, this works pretty good. This is actually a lure I bought for my grandma, but she never used it, so she gave it to me, I guess. So, yeah, I haven't really used it. This thing actually, if it's in the water, it looks a lot like a little bass. So, this works pretty good, too. Got some Rapala shadow wraps. This is the deep diver. And then this is the, here, let me show you. This has rattles in it. And actually, if you take off like this part, I'm not going to do it in the video, but if you take off that bill, you can put more beads in it to make it rattle more. So yeah, I love the Rapala shadow wraps. Well, this is kind of a creation myself. It's a squirrel, it's a piece of squirrel tail hair, and yeah. So I made that, and it actually works pretty good sometimes. If you add a little weight at the top and then just jig it. These were like $1 in this bin at the biggest Bass Pro Shops in the world. Or in the U.S., I mean, in Springfield, Missouri. I moved from Missouri about 5 months ago, so yeah, I got this before I moved. Yeah, that's the end on this box, so move to the next. Here's a little box. Here's this little frog, and I actually caught my personal best bluegill on it. This frog's only like 2 inches long with the back end and all, including the rubber on the back. And then this one doesn't have any hooks, so I guess I need to buy some frog hooks for it, because this thing's still perfectly good if you get some frog hooks. And then here's a baby Yamamoto I just found in my spinner baits. And then I was actually throwing this a couple weeks ago when we went to this place called Chano Lakes in Indiana. It's a national park or state park, and these actually work pretty good. They dive pretty deep. These are the ones that are $6.99 a piece. And then I tried muskie fishing with this, and I don't know if it was a muskie that actually hit, but something hit and it left a scratch right there. So I'm thinking it was a muskie because took the paint off and it looks like it could have been a tooth mark. So then here's another one I tried using too, right there. That's actually 2 of them, sorry. Let's grab this little, all the thing just fell off of this. So yeah, I might be doing small giveaways in the future. Nothing too big because I'm just starting out and I still need to buy myself stuff. And this lure, actually, the spinner, actually started to melt. So I tried to tape it back up a little bit, if you can't tell. Alright guys, signing off. Preston Smith. See you in the next vid.